I didn't expect to resent the person I was marrying over a decision we made together. But that's the thing about wedding planning most people don't know. It has a way of surfacing things that were never really about the wedding. I went into wedding planning thinking it would be like managing project at work. I'm good at projects. We both do. We both know how to get things done. What I didn't account for was that this was not just any project. This was the first major thing that we are building together, and none of us have ever done anything like this before. Not with anyone, not with each other. Most couples come into this with a shared vision, but completely different instinct, different definition of what on time means, different relationship with money, with dreams, with disappointment. I had been dreaming about this one venue for a long time. It was a hotel on top of a cliff top overlooking this beautiful Indian Ocean. There's this field of greenery leading to the edge of the water, and it just feels like the whole world is being part of your ceremony. It was not a modest dream at all. It required buying out a block of guest room. It required a bigger budget than we were prepared for at that time. My husband was braver than I was. He has always been the kind of person who would charge first into dream and ask questions later. His instinct is always try. What's the worst that could happen? At least you tried. Mine was like, we might not get it. Be careful. Don't want it too loudly. Don't tell anyone. So when he said, let's look into it, I went along quietly, terrified, quietly hoping. Just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night. We did a virtual tour, we ran the numbers, and when I saw it on screen, something was missing. We didn't fall in love with the actual place the way I had fallen in love with the idea of it. It simply wasn't the right fit. I knew it was the right decision not to book them, but boy, I still grieved it. There's this thing that happens when you make a completely reasonable adult decision to let something go, and your heart just doesn't get the memo. I don't even remember what we were talking about before, but out of nowhere, bypassing every single filter that I had, came out, you made me believe that we could do that. Like it was his fault. And in that moment, I think I blamed him. He had been the one who made the dream feel possible. And now the dream's gone and he was still there. So it's easier to just point at him instead of sitting quietly with the loss. It was hurtful and impossible to take back. At that time, I was thinking, how are we meant to come back from this? And at that moment, it felt like this would loom over us for the rest of our life. I didn't know it then, but that moment was the first of many things we were so sure would loom over us for the rest of our life. After that, I became avoidant. I think what that grief taught me was wanting things out loud is dangerous. If you want something loudly and you can't have it, you lose twice: the thing itself and the version of you that believed you could have it. So I stopped wanting out loud. I dragged my feet. I made mountains out of hills. And my husband felt it. He felt alone. I felt inadequate. And underneath both of those feelings was two people who hadn't yet learned how to carry something heavy together without dropping it on each other. Wedding planning didn't create that. It's just turned the light on. That's the thing nobody tells you. The planning doesn't test your relationship, it reveals it. It shows you exactly what you're working with, the patterns, the defaults, the unspoken fears, the dream you didn't know you had. It is the first real classroom of your marriage. And the lesson is in what you learn about each other when it's hard. I'm making this channel because I came out of wedding planning thinking and feeling like someone should have told me this before. There's so many contents of what wedding should look like, almost none about what the wedding planning actually feels like. The pressure behind closed doors, the mental load, the fights you don't post about, the repairs that never make it to the highlight reel. And I think the cost of no one opening up about it, like honestly and without filter, is hundreds of nights of unnecessary fights. You're going into your marriage already carrying this resentment that you didn't know how to name it. I don't want that for you, and that is why I made this channel, The Heart Experiment, a channel about what love, wedding, and commitment actually do for us beyond the aesthetic. So wherever you are, if you are in the thick of it and you've been fighting for more than you expected, I want you to sit with one question. What is the frictions all about? Because I promise you, it's almost always never about the fender or the timeline or who sent which emails. Underneath the surface, there's always something real. A fear, unspoken expectation, a dream that hasn't been said out loud yet. Find that thing. Talk about that thing. And if you're just starting out, if the planning hasn't consumed you yet, before the checklist take over, I want you to sit together and ask, how do you want to feel on this day? Write it down, put it somewhere you can find again. And when the decisions get hard, and they will, come back to that feeling. Let it be the thing that you protect. And if you're still here, that means you're ready for the journey. Thank you for checking in. Talk to you again next week.